back and forth with the frigid waters. You've got probably some oil and lanterns down here, so you can kind of bring the lanterns close and huddle for warmth, but your oil supply is running pretty limited.
I know what I do to feel better. I use alter self to transform myself into a comfortable polar bear for a minute.
Halbert, is that why you couldn't cast any useful spells? You had alter self prepared?
It's super useful. There's a lot of trickery you can do with this spell.
Do we really need trickery out here in the Arctic?
Yes.
Generally man-shaped bipedal creature. No polar bears. But you could do a yeti.
I transform myself into like a pet-sized yeti.
Alright. There we go. I can get on board with that.
A pet-sized yeti?
Yeah, I'm not that big. Like I'm making a cute yeti.
That's adorable. I think your yeti is adorable, so I go sit cross-legged on the floor in front of it and like try to play with it.
Okay, I cast 4 points of healing for all of us.
Yay! I have 5 HP.
I make my yeti be like a little bit grumpy, but sometimes after a little while, I kind of do play along. Like I feel my fits instinct. I'm like, and you're like, come on, little yeti, do something. Come on, do you want to?
Boogie, boogie, boogie. It's like an adorable, grumpy little cute yeti.
Yeah.
I come sit next to the yeti too, just because it's cute and I need some cheering up.
All right. All the living people surround the yeti. The skeleton stands off on the side awkwardly.
This has been a trying day. I will need my time to recover so that I can heal all of you. As I kind of mull over.
I feel a little better, thank you.
Okay. So,
before I go to sleep, are we going to sleep? Have we gone to sleep? Is it a day?
no, it's still the same day. It's mid-afternoon.
Okay, I don't do anything then. I just play with the yeti.
Okay. After 13 minutes, the yeti turns back into a man.
I am less entertained by that and wander away.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do, or are you just going to spend the whole day resting on the ship?
I think we're resting and getting healed, I guess. I do some, prayer and meditation.
Okay.
Keep a watch out for any dragons that might fly by.
Okay. The rest of the day passes without much in the way of problems. Now, let's talk about food and water for a quick sec. We'll get to your question just after that. Tamriel, you're supplying everyone with food and water via magical spells, right?
No.
Okay, what is your source of food?
Rations.
I thought we had rations.
All right, have you guys been tracking how many rations you have? Because you've been gone for a long time now.
Yeah, I think
we don't track those things, Neil. That's not fun.
I think we would be just about running out now.
Yeah, so I think you guys are on the ship and you're looking at what little food you have left over, and you're realizing that it's going to take 3 days to get to the mountain, 3 days to get back, another few days to get back to wherever's north. God knows how long it's going to take to get up and down the mountain. You are out of food. Like, you cannot make the trip and have food for the whole trip. You've got maybe a couple days of food left for the 5 of you.
4. I don't eat.
You don't eat. 4 of you.
And Ryan.
That makes 4.
And my
Perhaps we should go get stocked up on foods and then come back.
Okay.
Sounds boring, but I suppose we must do it.
Smart idea, and we only have to do it once, hopefully.
Okay.
I mean, to the nearest town is a lot of days, right?
You don't really know. None of you have been in this part of the world before, and while you do have a wonderful map that gives you a pretty big view of the area around you, you don't see any cities on the map. There's only this abandoned, ruined settlement down in the bay that you can see. Also, why does the ship
you
have...
seem like a a very agile monk, why don't you go get us some fish?
Oh, yeah.
You, get us some fish.
Okay. Do I know how to fish, Neil?
Not with your hands in freezing water.
Can I find anything to make a fishing line on the boat?
Ryan can craft you something.
Is he crafty?
Yeah, he can make bows and arrows. Like, why couldn't he make?
Isn't she agile enough to just be
I have set snares. I'll set like a fish trap thing,
Okay.
like a net.
Okay. Does anyone have any?
I fashion an uncannily effective fish trap out of a mop bucket and a piece of linen and a pulley from the rigging, and I set it up to be reeled in every 5 minutes from the bottom of the ocean, kind of like a crab pot.
Crab pots need to sit for 4 or 5 days. I should know. My brother's
No,
a crab
they don't.
My brother's a crab
I've been
fisherman.
crabbing so many times.
Hey, I collect my crab pot every day in Stardew Valley, so I don't.
No, I've gone crabbing and it took 2 hours.
Maybe for a single crab.
No, you put a whole bunch of bait in the crab pot, you lower it down, you let it sit for like 20 minutes, and then you pull it up, and there's like 5 crabs in there.
And they're like already cooked.
My brother's a commercial crab fisherman.
Maybe it's
It takes
different out in the
days.
middle of the ocean, but in like a bay. I'm not telling tall tales. This is how, I mean, maybe I went to like Crab Point and there's like more crabs there than anywhere else in the world. But at freaking what's it called in Oregon? Hold on, I can prove it. Oregon.
B, do you actually have a crab pot that you check every day, or you just?
She said in Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley.
I don't know where this is.
Stardew Valley, the game.
Okay.
I get to check it every day, and there's something in it, so I know that it's fine.
I have an idea, I say. Since you cannot get us the fish, go bring back...
Neatarts Bay.
Since you cannot bring us fish, go bring us back the frozen jaguars. Those have plenty of meat.
I can fish. I am proving it right now.
Well, Trellis, in case...
I know what I do. I transform myself into like a winter crocodile, and then I go hunt fish as a winter crocodile.
I don't think there's any such thing as a winter crocodile, but I understand what you're trying to do, and you can find some other creature that is...
Yeah, like maybe I'm a seal.
There you go. A leopard seal or something.
A what?
A leopard seal or something.
Yeah, I'm a leopard seal.
Okay.
And as a leopard seal, I can hunt for some fish.
Yeah, you can...
And then I come back and I say, what were you saying about not being useful in this weather as an altered self person? And then I turn into a little yeti and I'm like...
Is an alter self humanoid only?
It is humanoid only.
I turn myself into a winter mermaid.
There's no such thing as a winter mermaid.
I like that. What's a winter mermaid wear?
Mermaids are probably cold-blooded anyway if they're fish, so we could be winter mermaids.
I'm a mermaid. I'm a merman. Oh, I'm a mermaid. I'm a mermaid.
All right, but it's freezing waters. The mermaids don't live here. They don't have. It's too cold for mermaids to exist.
A Seahagwin. A Sehugwin. I create. I'm a Sehugwin of winter time.
You can't just add winter to any creature.
Can be left in the water for hours, even overnight, after which the crabs are collected. So I was correct. My Stardew Valley reference was very correct.
Can I be a king crab?
It's not man-shaped. I hate you
Oh,
all.
a man crab. I can be a man crab. Like
You
that-
can't just make up creatures that don't exist.
Crabmen were definitely in this adventure before.
I'm a winter crab.
Obviously, Neil.
Oh, here's what you need.
Blue version.
This isn't vaguely humanoid. Look at it.
Yes, it is. That is
Man, come on.
It
yes,
has six. It has 6 limbs.
That definitely looks humanoid.
Mine has 2.
Wait, what are you guys looking at?
Neil, chat is corroborating my story that you can cast a crab pot and pull it up within an hour and get 25 to 30 crabs.
Well,
also
maybe
crab
in certain areas and certain times, but
Oh,
like
why can I just?
I don't.
Crab rings also can get you crabs and.
Okay, you know what?
You can't make a crab pot with a bucket and some linen and then some.
I'm just saying that as someone who can set snares, I know how to set a snare
There's
for
a-
fish and crabs.
There is a specialty skill, a non-weapon proficiency called survival that covers like keeping yourself fed and watered in Arctic environments, and it cannot be replaced with a set snares proficiency.
But it
I'm not trying to replace it. I'm trying to set a snare, period.
But your snares don't work with fish, and
Why?
you can't catch a fish with like a lasso or a noose.
What is to say that a snare is a lasso or a noose?
Okay.
I don't see that. It doesn't say set, noose, and lasso.
No,
It
but
says
what type of rope could
snares.
catch a slippery fish
It's
underwater?
not a rope. It's a bucket.
Neil, I'm a crab man. I go get some crabs.
If you guys
Alright,
want to
alright,
eat
alright.
Jen while she's a crab man, then you can eat.
Let's try. I transform myself into a yeti, and as a yeti, I go fish.
All right.
Look, Neil, I have animal hand.
Yetis have a way to feed themselves in this climate, Neil. So I go yeti hunting.
Okay.
You're no more successful as a hunter you're a no more successful hunter as a yeti than you are as an elf. Being a yeti doesn't make food appear around you magically.
So what if, like, you know, like those creatures that like you can cut off the limbs off and then they regrow?
Trolls.
Starfish.
Neil says trolls.
So like, what if I turn myself into a troll, cut off my troll arm, eat
Whoa.
it, and then become a human?
Whoa.
When the alter self spell wears off, the troll arm will disappear.
But what if I have eaten it already?
It
Do I
will
get the
disappear from
calories?
your belly.
The molecules will disappear from digestion.
Crap.
I mean, maybe if you've had enough time to digest the troll arm, but do you want to be alive and awake while someone is hacking your arm off? And do you guys want to eat troll? Are you that desperate for food?
No,
No.
I want the crab.
Neil, look, I have swimming proficiency, animal handling proficiency, and set snares proficiency.
What are catch-
Between those things, I'm pretty sure that I could catch some kind of fish, or collect some sort of shellfish, or find crabs or something, because I, who have none of those proficiencies in real life, could absolutely catch some sort of fish or shellfish or crabs. So definitely Fehana can.
All right, maybe you guys can go around and pick up some of the mussels and some of the things on the rocks, but you lack like a proper place to cook them. And I will look. Also, if you're going inland for over a week, it's not. What I'm saying is, if you want to travel inland, you're going to need real supplies that can travel with you, not like a bucket full of mussels that you can't then cook and eat. Like
Okay.
you need to be
I've got
properly
a
supplied
solution
for
them.
your adventure.
All we need.
Alright, let's go to some supplies. God damn it.
No,
Well,
we
I'm
have the
just
two
saying-
jaguars.
The undead jaguars that have been.
They're like moldy.
They're frozen. No, I can purify them so that they turn back into normal jaguar meat.
That's true. He can do that.
All right.
So like, if we wait, I
We will
can
feast
we
on
can do a
jaguar.
life hack. I have an idea. So if we get the purified jaguar meat, we could turn it into like some kind of stew, like a liquid stew, and then I can do. I can keep a little bit of liquid stew that we can purify every day.
But you lack
And
a
then-
kitchen. You have no
Wait,
pots
wait,
and
wait,
pans. You can't make
Wait.
jaguar into stew when you don't have a pot to cook it in.
Wait, we must have a pot or something.
No one has any pots. Why would you carry a pot around?
In a boat.
I have a bunch of stuff.
But
Yeah,
you
we
don't.
have a foot in the butt.
No,
What? All right, guys, let's go to town and buy all the kitchen supplies and all the fishing supplies.
I have a spoon, god damn it.
What are you gonna do with your spoon?
But wait, I just want to tell you. Let's say we did. I want to know if it would work. If we did liquefy the jaguar, that's purified, and I kept a little sample in a little vial, and then we would get like a big
No,
barrel.
no, your
Of
jaguar is not a liquid that you can replicate with that spell. You can't just make more jaguar liquid.
Jaguars too.
You can't just make more jaguar liquid.
No.
That's the quote of the night. That's the quote of the night.
Very liquid. Alrighty.
All right.
How long do you think a jaguar can feed the group for?
And jaguars is too.
I think
Definitely at least a week. They're
We have 2
huge.
jaguar.
let's see. Jaguars weigh 120 to 210 pounds. So that's an average of 165 pounds. I'm not sure how much of that is going to be meat, but if you've got twice that, even if it's like half of that is meat,
We can gnaw on the bones.
yeah, that's more than enough food to feed you guys for a week.
Okay.
Someone
I hope
said-
you enjoy jaguar then, for we will be
I'll
having
enjoy it this week. That's fine.
Someone said to cook a tiny stew in my spoon. Sorry.
As long as you can purify the jaguar meat continuously, you have enough of it to take there and back.
But then we don't have enough food to go to the next town and get more food after that.
You know, because you have, let's say you've got a 330 pounds of jaguar. Let's say half of that is edible meat. I'm just gonna ballpark it at that. Let's not bother getting too far into details. That's 165 pounds of edible meat. And divided among 4 people who are eating, that's 41 pounds of meat for each of you. And if you're eating, 3 pounds of meat per day, that's 13, let's call it 14 days worth of food. So that's 2
And-
weeks worth of food.
Okay,
And
we're good on
as a
food.
bonus, I still have a vial of old rotten mango juice that you can purify as well. So we get everyday French mango juice.
That's good because otherwise we might get scurvy. So
Yeah, vitamin C.
that's good. We'll be very healthy. That's probably like +2 to our effectiveness overall.
Like AC and
Yeah.
perception.
Yeah, absolutely. At least perception.
All right, so you guys are gonna eat jaguar and mango juice.
Yeah.
All right, so Temriel, you need a purify food and drink spell every day.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Actually, 1 purify will do 1 cubic foot permanently. And 1 cubic foot is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's quite a bit. But then it will. What do you mean permanently? Like it'll start to degrade over time.
Oh, but we're really cold. It's basically fridged right now. I think it's fine.
Yeah, that's true. It'd basically be in the fridge.
Yeah.
Like winter mango juice.
It's a winter mango.
Make them special up in Quebec, don't they?
When I do the purify food and drink, I include the vial of juice inside the 1 cubic foot.
Nice.
Yeah, it's perfect.
All right, so you guys each pack up like 40 pounds of jaguar onto your backs. So you have.
No, into the boat.
Oh, and then you can just unpack the boat everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now that we've determined the menu.
Okay, I am going to need to spend maybe an hour curing all of our hit points. So how many hit points is everyone down?
I'm 16.
Okay. I'm just gonna add this all up. So you're down 16, I'm down 17.
I'm down 6.
6.
Ryan is down 7.
7. And how about Trellis?
What was that?
How many hit points are you down?
I am down. I'm at 24 and I have 45, so I'm down 21.
Okay. So that totals up to 37, 44, 50, 67. So I will spend 1 hour and 7 minutes curing everyone.
All right.
Yay, I feel great.
Okay.
67 is, let's see, 67 divided by 9. That's 8 casts of Horizon. 8 full casts, I mean.
Okay.
Winter Jaguar Gazpacho. Good one, Solocid.
5. All right, we begin our journey. To
All
the
right.
mountain again.
So that was a day of rest before you could cast those spells, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you begin your journey. You set out across. Oh my God!
I'm really sorry. I had my question from earlier. The darkness spell, can it be used like the light spell? Can I cast it in the eyes of someone?
You can target on someone so it moves around with them. That's. I mean, then they'd be in total darkness. So yes.
Okay, thanks.
Will there be ill effects if I do not keep a sun up?
Yes, people will freeze to death.
Okay, I guess
You guys
I
do
will
not have
to...
enough clothing for this cold weather, so you need a source of warmth.
Okay, I will dedicate my 4th level spell to that every single time.
Okay. All right. You take 3 days to get to the foothills at the edge, at the base of the rounded mountain. It is a grueling, unforgiving journey across like knee-deep tundra. There's winds blowing at you all the time. There's no shelter. There's no warmth other than this odd sun that follows you everywhere you go. You don't see really any living creatures anywhere. There's forests off in the distance and these giant mountains that grow closer and closer each and every day. But at 8 miles per day, you're really not making very good progress. By the time you get here, you're tired. You've been eating jaguar and mango juice, which is probably actually quite good. So you're at least well rested, or well fed, if not well rested. You've been making makeshift shelters, and what have you been doing for warmth at night? I know we solved this problem before, but I don't remember how we solved it.
Fire?
There's no firewood in the open tundra.
Didn't we just have the sun
It doesn't stick
and like
all night.
hug each other and huddle?
Maybe you
Group
guys can just.
hug.
Maybe you guys just cuddle together for warmth every night.
We can make a snow cave. That's a legit way to stay warm.
Yeah,
Is there no flammable material that we have?
a snow cave will help, but without proper winter coats and clothing, it only does so much. So I think by this 3rd day, you're getting to the base of the mountains. You're all shivering and shaking. You've got food. You've got juice. Plenty of juice.
Vitamin C.
But you guys are cold, and your strength is being sapped.
What happened to the sun?
It's with you every day, but there's no fire at night, and at night the temperature drops, and you guys maybe like cuddle together, and you're all getting very, very friendly with one another, and you're all getting used to being,
Especially Ryan.
yeah, you're all getting used to being burned up against each other.
Spot.
But it's
What?
I said Ryan gets the good spot, like in between everyone.
Yeah.
but your strength is being sapped. So I'm gonna say from here on out, unless you guys can start finding some serious warmth at night so you're not freezing, everyone fights at -1 to hit and has a reduced movement rate of 1 by 1.
Including skeleton?
Except for
No.
skeleton.
Yeah.
Why don't we have the sun all night?
Because the spell only has a certain duration.
It doesn't exist while I'm preparing a spell since I need to concentrate on it.
Okay. Fair.
Okay. You guys have made it to the base of this mountain. Question is, where do you go up?
Well, what does the mountain face look like?
Well, I mean, it kind of looks like a mountain. There's various valleys that run up all these different slots in the mountain here and there. The rounded peak, which you see before you, is definitely quite rounded, way more than the other mountains.
Can you approximate how tall this mountain is?
Maybe total elevation above sea levels, maybe 10,000 feet. Climbing elevation from where you are right now is probably 8,000 feet. If this were a mountain in a Mediterranean climate with a good path, you could do that in a day. But with, in this freezing environment and with all the ice and snow, it's probably going to be like a 3-day climb if you can find a path up the mountain. If you have to make your own path, it'll take longer.
What if I have a climbing proficiency?
Your thief climbing proficiency is quite useful in this situation.
Yeah.
But that's for specific like ledges and that sort of thing. And very useful for you, not very useful for the rest of the people in your party.
What about a navigation proficiency?
What if?
No, navigation proficiency will not help you climb the mountain.
I have a technique.
It might help us find the best way up.
Cool. I got something. Group. I have rope use. I have my climb walls proficiency. And I can alter self into a flying thing that says bipedal. So I can fly up, tie my little ropey with rope use, and then everyone can climb up.
Love it.
And that's it.
Love it.
We're up there.
Love that idea.
Okay. So you guys aren't even gonna bother trying to find a trail up there. You just go straight up the mountain with the.
Yeah, I'm flying. Wait. Which creature can I be? So bipedal. Can I be like
an angel?
Can I be like a tiny phoenix or something?
An Aurora Cora, or an Aurocora.
I want to see a picture.
I will show you a picture.
This is really important.
Oh yeah, I want to know what I would look like.
Would it-
Yeah, that.
How long would it take to kind of circle around to see if there is a path?
Wait, I'm already in a Aurocora. I'm a crocra.
I don't know. You take a couple of hours, kind of walking left, walking right. Well, actually, at this point in this terrain, maybe a day, checking either side. You're not
All
really
right,
sure
straight
where
up
the path
it
will
is.
be. All right.
So I become an Aurocra, and then I rope, which I tie. And then everyone goes up, and then I Aurocra.
All right. Well, let's be clear that's going to be a slow process because you can only transform for 3d4 plus 5 rounds.
Let me check.
So you guys can climb as far as you want, and then she flies and brings the rope, and you climb.
3d4 plus 2 rounds per level.
Okay.
And I am level 4 wizard.
So 8 plus 3d4. So you can bypass difficult ledges with that, but you can't just go all the way to the top of the mountain unless you have a 8,000-foot rope.
No, I don't. But wait.
Good question, though.
Yeah, wait. I have multiple ropes. So in one session, I could go up to max rope level, tie it, go up to another max rope level, tie it.
Yeah.
I don't wait.
You have 8,000 feet worth of 100-foot ropes?
Let me check how many ropes I have. I have a 50.
She can leapfrog the ropes while we're climbing them.
I have 100 feet of silk rope as well as 50 feet of hemp rope.
Fantastic.
You can just leapfrog them.
But then it still takes, the duration of the spell is only so long, so if it takes you guys 10 minutes to climb this rope, you only got so much time.
Yeah.
All right. So you approach the mountain and kind of start scrambling straight up, not looking for a path anywhere.
I look for a path.
You look for a path. Thank you, Feyhana. Make me a perception check.
I assumed that looking for a path was by default.
That's why I asked about you guys.
Obviously, we look for a path when we're.
So that's actually 18.
18 is not very good. Feyhana, you find no paths as you kind of.
What about
scoot
me
around.
in my from up high as the crocra?
All right, so you actually do transform into an Arakara and fly around.
Yeah. Of course I do.
You do see a clear path from your elevated point of view.
Oh. There's a clear path over there. But there's also a very cool rope that I just hanged for you guys.
Take the rope.
Thank you.
All right. Flying
It's a
Dark
short
Albert shows you guys to where the path leads, where it starts. And it takes you an hour or two to trudge through the snow to get there. And when you get there, you see what was probably once a beautiful stone and wood archway that has long since collapsed and fallen apart. One of the two sides of the archway remains with a placard that has a sign written in Old Common.
Oh.
I whisper to the party, it's a good sign that there's something on the mountain. It means that the DM actually wanted us to go here.
I read the sign with.
It's an Old Common. Can you speak Old Common?
Read languages, thief proficiency.
What is your percent chance with that, Jen?
30.
You do successfully understand 30% of the message.
As she reads it out loud, I fill in the parts she can't read.
Do you read Old Common?
Yep.
You do?
Yep.
All right, I'm just going to message.
I start reading though first.
Yeah.
I'm going to message to those of you that read Old Common what it says. On.
Doesn't Tamriel read Old Common too?
Yes, he does. I'm messaging it to you guys on Slack. I will message Jen every third word.
I'm the one like who starts reading out loud, so I'm like, oh, I know this one. I speak Old Common. Move away. I know my Old Common.
Don't anybody read it out loud. I want Jen to just get every third word and see if she can.
I want it to be like when she says it, she's like, "Welcome to the," and then I say the monastery. She's like, "Yes, the monastery of." Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do. Wait, I'm waiting for my third word option. I'm like shoving everyone away, like, oh, let me try. I know, I can decipher any language. I'm like an encyclopedia of knowledge. The Albertopedia.
You'll probably only be able to recognize the words of the.
It's funny, every third word is the. This is the church.
To be fair, there are a lot of these here. So if she recognizes one these, she should get all the these.
That would be too much time and effort. I'm literally just deleting like 2 out of every 3 words. It's not 100% accurate, but it's faster.
Yeah. I love it. The chat.
There you go, Jen.
Yamatross says, just alter self into a winter man that can read Old Common.
All right, guys. You're right. I can do that, or I can try reading this. So
transform into winter Feyhana and read it.
Guys. By reading this, I can tell you what this sign says. It's talking about the nuns from the monastery. This mountain has a high elevation, so we need to go really high. And you remember that you should have food and shelter on your path, because if not, you're probably gonna die. So you could probably stop by the monastery. It would be appreciated.
This is very impressive. I did not know you knew how to read Old.
There are treacherous things on the path, and we may need other stuff. Thank you.
That was a very good translation.
Does anyone want to translate it for her, Tim?
She's basically right.
The only thing you forgot help other pilgrims.
Oh.
Help others. I know very well, because this is monastery for nuns of Valmontarius. All hail Valmontarius. And then I look at Tamriel and I say, and the temples. I say, yes, it's very important to have right mind, right heart, help others, and be helped.
Yeah, so basically I was completely right about what I just read.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
I spent so much time coming with this placard, and you're not even going to read it?
Yes, I'll read it.
I did a really good job at pretending it was great.
No, it was basically right. That's why we aren't reading it.
Neil. Did you look for a path?
I had to write this placard. It took me like 20 minutes. Appreciate it.
I will read it.
Thank you, Anna.
Not in Feyhana voice though, because it would just mess it up. It says, Monastery for the Nuns of Valmontarius. Elevation, 10,000 feet. The path before you is long and difficult. Please remember to bring food, water, and shelter.
That's exactly what I said.
Ascending the path does not guarantee you an audience with the head abbess. The monastery may provide room and board for pilgrims, but donations are appreciated. The path can be difficult and treacherous. Please stop to help any other pilgrims in need.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so basically what I said.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a winter placard. I really like this meme. Good job, Junior Masterman.
All right. And I think this is where we're going to end our show for today. You guys are at the base of the mountain. You've read the placard. You know that this is their destination. You just have to climb this treacherous thing. There, as you can see by...
burn it for wood.
It's
Oh
a metal
my gosh.
placard. It's a metal placard made out of bronze.
We could heat it for cooking food on top of it.
But you don't have any
that.
fire.
Oh, I have burning hands, Neil.
I have heat metal.
We're ending the show. We're ending the show.
Goodbye.
Experience and shout-outs. How about that?
Yeah, what's experience?
Very
Yeah,
little. Let's roll it into next
last
week's
week,
experience.
Will you remember next week?
Yeah.
Because we have last week's experience too.
What? We defeated a dragon.
What?
I mean, if
How
you
do
really think
really
that's the last you've
think
seen of this
that?
dragon, you've got another thing coming.
Neil, we definitely came out of that battle the victors.
We're
That
going to
is-
do everything we can to not fight that dragon, so I don't think we'll see it again.
If that is the case, then you will indeed get experience for fighting it, but I want to give you the experience for fighting the dragon after your last conflict with it, rather than after your first one.
Ugh, that doesn't make any logical
We get
sense.
extra
Neil.
because that'll be separate XP for beating it, but we should get XP for fighting it today.
That doesn't make sense. That we
For XP last week too.
What about the XP?
I
about
got you guys XP for last week.
What about the
You did? What
adorable
was it?
Yeti? What
It
does
was
that
700.
Yeah, he already gave that to us. But I am gonna say, Neil, oh great rules lawyer that you are, that it doesn't make sense that if I have experienced something, I would wait to experience another thing without having the experience of that experience to aid me in my future experience.
You know, it also doesn't make sense that Jen can shoot fire from her hands, but she can.
I
Touche.
like what
I
I
can
like.
also
I,
be a fluffy baby Yeti.
That's true.
I understand exactly where Anna's coming from, and I agree.
No, it's a very valid point.
And not to mention, I should get a bonus for like literally soloing that dragon.
That's a good point too.
I
Why
will
not?
give you.
Saying.
I
I
will
also
give you a bonus
understand-
for that one, Trellis. You definitely will get a big fat EXP bonus.
So, like, what about all the times where I cast spells and, like, we illusion things?
I am going to say, though, that I understand Neil's point, which is that he's lazy and doesn't want to do the math right now.
Well, thanks for the show, guys.
Also, it's
I
not
think we'll just
fair
do
if some
shout-outs to
people
next
can-
week at the start of the show.
No, it's not I refuse. It's not acceptable if some people, because they decided to be tankier, can get extra XP, while others who get, like, freaking one shot and almost die, like, oh, you don't get XP because you have no HP. So you can't level up.
You know what? Jen makes a
Casters
valid
matter
point. I'm
too.
sorry, Trellis. No extra XP for you. Jen took it away.
We can all get XP.
You know what, Jen? We didn't even start the fight, and you were under the snow. So
I still got hurt. What about my red dragon of feardom?
maybe give you the eyes.
How about bonus XP for Temril? Because without him, everyone would be frozen.
What? XP for cuteness.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Shout outs. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm Anna Prosser. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else. AnnaProsser.com.
Ah.
All right. I'm Neil. You can find me at Koibu or Koibu0 everywhere. Regal Goblins is my site with all my second edition stuff. Check it out. Twitch.tv/Koibu. Done.
Vieparlafoi, Vieparlafoi, in case you can't spell it. And that's my name everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch.
Yeah.
I would just like to shout out to near-death experiences. In it, there is the word experience. Throwing it out there. I feel I just deserve near-death experience.
I like it. Trump?
Yeah, shout out to Quebu, shout out to Anna Prosser, shout out to V Parlafoi, and shout out to Jen. You can find everyone at their @thingy. Oh, hey, look, that's mine right there.
Yeah, that's it. Shout out to Texas, Trump's new home.
Yay, Texas!
And
Also,
Washington.
yay, states. But also, please do take the time to follow this channel and be notified when we go live. We have shows every day of the week when things go well. Not so much on the Thursdays anymore, but we try. And please follow on Twitter. You can check out all of our shows, notifications there, as well as other fun stuff that goes on in the community about diversity and inclusivity. So we hope you will continue to hang out with us, and we will see you again very, very soon. Next week, correct? We're all here next week?
Next week, yes.
Yes.
See you on Tuesday. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow at the same time, 6 p.m. for Misscliks D&D Prophecy, which is a 5th edition campaign similar to this one. Have fun.
Bye. See you guys on the other side.